Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you half a heart, the power of positivity, and vitamin D all around and everywhere, even though it's overcasting. Not yet, the sun is still out. The only essential oil in the universe where you can take it and become enlightened, or you can use it to battle evil spirits, aka butthurt people. But my friend, welcome to the Gazillionaires Club. We're outside. So I know for the last 2 days you saw my videos and you were like, Khan, here you go again with all the negativity. My friend, sometimes you may wonder, like, Khan, how do I know what you're saying is true? How do I know that, that the information that you're giving me or sharing with me is not legit? My friend, it's easy. If you pay attention what they are saying for the last, even the last 4 or 6 years now, when President Trump was in office, and if you look at the COVID, right, like for the past 2 years, what they've said, it's not true. If you go to the store and you look at the ingredients on your food, and then you do some research, if you know how much money they're raking in, from medicine, if you know what people have been doing with natural medicine, just kind of ban it. If you just pay attention, because if you are listening to one source, or especially mainstream of news, you've been brainwashed, right? Brainwashed meaning that if you intake all of these information for years and years and years, and when people like me come along, and trust me, the reason, I got my information from other people, and you are getting your information from me. When I first started, I was just like you, until the moment I realized that, wow, maybe this guy is not so crazy after all. Because that's how I thought of the people when I first ran into them. That was 10 years ago, 10 or more than 10 years ago. I was like, man, these people are crazy. There's no way. Why would anybody do that? What are we, 4? No, we're more like 5. Over for money? For profit? Are you kidding me? Why would anybody do that? Killing another human being? Crashing the economy? Go to war? I know, right? These are the people that you look up to because of status, because of money, and you think that they are heaven sent from God. Why would they do this? My friend, to be honest, I don't know the answer, but you should definitely do the research yourself. And at the end of the day, it's kind of think of it as a school system, okay? From kindergarten to being a senior. And then after that, you graduate from college. For you to make it up there, okay, there are certain things you have to do. It's kind of like going, being in kindergarten, right? And then after kindergarten, you become a first grader. And then you go into second grade, third grade. The reason why you look up to these people, the reason why you're able to see them on television, and they become popular, because there are certain things that they have to do for them to get up there. And you are born to be part of the masses, and being part of the masses is that what you think, what you feel, what you know about your reality is not really the reality of reality. You know what I mean? Con, what you talking about, bro? What you talking about? It's kind of like when you're born into the system, right? okay, it's kind of like, think of yourself as an ant. Think of yourself as a bee. When you're born into that system, you're like, wow, what am I doing, right? We don't ever question it. Hi. We don't ever question it. But the moment you question it, you're like, but the problem with being a bee or an ant is that you can't question being a human. We can. And that's why I know a lot of the things that I said is absurd to some people, but that's not the point. The point is I'm here to share my opinion. At any moment, I know that it can be changed. Meaning, I take everything with a grain of salt, like even to the point where like it can be extreme, but the thing is I don't let it get to me, because when I look at the world, when I look at money and I look at people with power, like a lot of these people, they hang out together, they invest together, they work with the same, like, it's like when people say they want to fight communism, but the way that they invest, it's with communism, then it's kind of like, okay, I get it. And when I look at the crypto space, it's kind of like, okay, we're building a whole new space for money because the current system is not working. But then the same entities and the same, layout, and it's kind of like when there is incentive, people tend to flock to it. And I realize, that money doesn't discriminate. I feel like at the end of the day, everyone is trying to do the right thing. Everyone's trying to make money. Cha-ching, bitch! I'm rich! And I feel like, if you choose to believe in one ideology, or you're willing to die for a cause, and you're broke, and you're just angry all the time, I don't think you should. I don't think you should. And that's why on my channel, my friend, I share, right? I share, but I focus on my shit. I stay in my lane. I do my shit, right? Because even some of the people that I get my information from, when I look at some of the things that they're fighting for, but then at the same time they're also investing in the same ideology or whatever brings money, right? Whatever brings money, meaning that like it's kind of like I'm against an idea, but because I can make money, I invest in it. And I feel like a lot of the problems like that I talk about, it actually led back to individuals, right? And like, yes, I understand that there are shitty people out there, but we don't have to invest in it. And like when I talk about social media, like, do you know how much money they are making for people? Like the people that are investing in their stocks, right? They are making money. That's why, when you talk about millionaires and billionaires and you are fighting for a cause, you have to understand that money, right? Money, there are a lot of people that are involved. It's not just like, oh, one company is bad, and then if it's so bad, then how can they still exist? And the reason why they're able to still exist is because a lot of people are making money off of it. My body's saying yes, but my mind's telling me no. So I pee on them all. And that's why I feel like the thing that Elon said, incentives, right? If you have the right incentives, then you can build the right kind of society. Right now, the reason why the news still exists, social media still exists, weapons still exist, or at least bioweapons or weapons or war still exists, because they are profitable. And there are a lot of people that are, that are involved with it. And even with energy, even with communism, the reason why it exists, because people, people make money off of it, my friend. It's that simple. So that's why I always, even I saw this quote on the internet. Is, I never forget it, but in Buddhism, but I think it's true everywhere. If you want to see the change, you have to be the change. If you want to change the world, you have to change yourself. And that's why, as much as all of the things that I'm talking about, I always go back to myself, right? Like, try to learn from everyone, but then also understand that, people have motives, and you can spend your time trying to figure out what their motives are, or you can listen to what they say, learn from them, and how you can be financially free. Because I feel like, if you're not financially free, my friend, don't waste your time. Learn money, learn how to be financially independent. Second, you gotta have the right kind of diet. Health is wealth, okay? And then you gotta, find a purpose in life. We all have it, and a purpose will make you happy. Waking up every day, feel like you're doing something for the world, for humanity, and just live life. Because to say that there are bad entities, and bad is just on how I define it. Everyone has a different definition of good and bad, but understand that it's not just one person, one individual. There are many people that are involved. It might be directly or indirectly, but I can bet you that people definitely profit from it. That's why they still exist. I'm not a hoe, I take a stand. Everybody come on my hands. And also I feel like changing ourselves, meaning that we are becoming the leader, because education, it's gonna change the way that we think, how we see each other, and all of the things that are happening in society. We can change it. We can change it from within. But if we're going out there and we're fighting for a cause and we're willing to lose our lives over it, because we're not seeing the whole picture. The whole picture is that if you actually see things for what it is, all the millionaires, all the billionaires, people in power, politicians, they all party together. They all profit from one another. They might disagree, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like either you're wealthy or not. And if you're wealthy, you can make an impact. If you're not, then learn how to become wealthy. I guess it's unfortunate, but that is the rule of the game. And the thing is, you don't have to play the game. You can be financially free, work on yourself, and just be an example. Because, like, for example, I deleted my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Like when I make video, people approach me and they ask me like, "Yo, what's you have a channel?" I'm like, "Nah," Like people freaked out when I tell them I don't have like any kind of social media, well, except for Odyssey. But that's how you change. If you don't like an ideology or a company, don't invest in them. But a lot of people, like, they do, and that's why it keep on existing. That's why it's for me, I feel like we can change overnight, but people don't want to do it because there are benefits to the way that they invest. There are benefits of those companies existing. That's why that's why it keep on going, right? I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. So, my friend, I guess the takeaway for this video is about principles, integrity, who you want to work with and who you don't want to work with. You got to draw that fine line, okay? Because the moment we draw that fine line, then then we can help build a better society. Like, for example, I can talk about bad food all I want, but the thing is, most like when we talk about 70% of the world are still in poverty, they're gonna buy whatever is affordable, and whatever is affordable is mainly GMOs, right? So, but I can only share my opinion, not consuming GMOs, and hopefully the person that are watching this not consuming GMO, taking like, you know, the shitty vaccine, you know, and and just start thinking, you know, what they are telling us is true. That's all it is. It starts from within. So I hope you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, make a video, use the hashtag Gazillionaires Club. And if you don't know what I mean, use the hashtag Gazillionaires Club and let me know. I'm gonna go into the store and check what they have in there. So my friend, I will see you in the next video. So ta-da.